We've observed some astounding business scandals that have caused astonishment and reverberated throughout financial circles. Imagine this as a tumultuous economic ride, full of surprises, tumults, and fluctuations. So fasten your seatbelts as we embark on a journey through 5 colossal business scandals that reverberated throughout the economy. Number 5. Deepwater Horizon. The Deepwater Horizon oil rig disaster sent shockwaves rippling through the business world, leaving a profound impact on the economy. In April 2010, an offshore drilling rig operated by BP suffered a catastrophic blowout, triggering a massive oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. This tragic event claimed the lives of 11 workers and wreaked havoc on marine ecosystems and coastal communities. At the heart of this scandal were critical oversights and negligence in safety protocols. The blowout preventer, a vital safety mechanism, failed to activate, allowing millions of barrels of oil to pour into the ocean unabated for 87 days until the well was finally capped. The environmental repercussions were severe, causing extensive damage to fisheries, wildlife habitats, and the livelihoods of those along the Gulf Coast. BP faced a fierce public outcry, extensive legal battles, and endured a substantial financial burden. Ultimately, the company pleaded guilty to criminal charges and agreed to pay billions in settlements and fines. The Deepwater Horizon disaster stands as a stark reminder of the imperative of corporate accountability and the dire consequences that can stem from prioritizing profit over safety and responsibility. Number 4. Lehman Brothers. In the mid-2000s, a financial tempest brewed, with Lehman Brothers, a banking behemoth, at its epicenter. The cataclysmic event that shook the economy was none other than the subprime housing crisis. Like many others, Lehman Brothers became ensnared in the web of the subprime mortgage debacle. Banks extended loans to individuals unable to afford them, particularly for housing known as subprime mortgages. Lehman Brothers heavily invested in these precarious loans, buoyed by the belief that the housing market was impervious. However, in 2008, the bubble burst. Mortgage defaults surged, and home values plummeted. Lehman Brothers found itself buried under a mountain of debt and, shockingly, filed for bankruptcy in September. This wasn't just any bankruptcy. It marked the largest in U.S. history up to that point. The collapse of Lehman Brothers sent seismic shocks reverberating through the financial realm, precipitating a global economic crisis. The subprime housing crisis underscored the perils of risky financial practices, leaving an enduring imprint on how we perceive and regulate the financial landscape. Number 3. Turing Pharmaceuticals. Turing Pharmaceuticals price gouging stands out as a notorious episode in business scandals, leaving an indelible mark. In 2015, under the leadership of CEO Martin Shkreli, the company gained infamy for its exorbitant increase in the price of Daraprim, a critical drug used to treat infections. Overnight, the price surged from $13.50 to an astonishing $750 per pill, sparking nationwide outrage. This scandal illuminated the darker aspects of the pharmaceutical industry, where financial interests at times eclipse humanitarian considerations. Daraprim, essential for individuals with compromised immune systems, became financially out of reach, raising alarms about healthcare accessibility. Public outcry spurred investigations, and Shkreli, labeled the most hated man in America, faced legal repercussions. Turing Pharmaceuticals' actions ignited a broader discourse on the ethics of drug pricing and the imperative for regulatory safeguards to prevent such exploitative behavior. This scandal underscores the significance of ethical business conduct and the potential ramifications when companies prioritize profits over the well-being of individuals. Number 2. Bear Stearns. Bear Stearns Companies, Inc., renowned in the investment banking sector, underwent a tumultuous downfall in 2008 amid the subprime mortgage crisis. As the housing market collapsed, reverberations echoed throughout the financial industry. With heavy investments in risky mortgage-backed securities, Bear Stearns faced substantial financial strain. Struggling to maintain stability, the company encountered a liquidity crisis as both clients and investors lost faith. By March 2008, Bear Stearns stood on the brink of insolvency. To avert a complete financial meltdown, the Federal Reserve and J.P. Morgan Chase intervened with a bailout scheme. J.P. Morgan's acquisition of Bear Stearns, at a fraction of its market value, marked a pivotal moment in the 2008 financial crisis. The Bear saga serves as a stark reminder of the repercussions of precarious financial strategies and illustrates the widespread ramifications of a single company's collapse on the broader economy. Number 1. Valeant Pharmaceuticals. Once lauded as a prominent figure in the pharmaceutical realm, Valeant Pharmaceuticals underwent a dramatic downfall precipitated by a scandal that stunned investors and the general public. Central to the controversy was Valiant's aggressive pricing strategy for drugs. The company would acquire existing medications and then implement substantial price hikes, sometimes reaching astronomical levels. This approach elicited widespread condemnation and caught the attention of regulatory bodies and legislators. As investigations unfolded, it became apparent that Valiant had partaken in dubious accounting practices, establishing intricate relationships with specialty pharmacies to bolster sales figures. These tactics artificially inflated the company's revenues, presenting a misleading portrayal of its financial well-being. The repercussions were immediate and severe. Valiant's stock plummeted, resulting in the obliteration of billions in market capitalization. Executives found themselves under intense legal scrutiny, while the scandal ignited discussions regarding ethics and corporate accountability. The saga of Valiant Pharmaceuticals underscores the consequences when companies prioritize profit over ethical integrity. It left an enduring mark on the pharmaceutical landscape, prompting a reassessment of business practices to prevent similar occurrences in the future.